On today's episode of Talking Pictures, Jack breaks news.
I'm in the news.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Newark, I'm surrounded by assholes.
I award you no point.
Wow. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Hiya, and welcome to the Pool Boy Podcast. It is Monday, March 18th. I am Henry O'Shea, joined as always by the big man himself, Jack O'Shea.
How you doing, baby?
I'm doing well. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's St. Patrick's Day today when we're recording it. But,
Yes. But it's not on.
No.
Yes.
Not the day that it's out. But good day to be Irish. You're wearing green.
I am wearing green.
Was that intentional?
Not at all. I
Really?
just realized what a coincidence. But I think that's kind of part of it.
Yeah.
You have a bottle of Zyrtec behind you.
I do have allergies.
Which is green.
Yep.
And so I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna pinch you.
That's my thing.
Is
I
that-
forgot pinching was the thing.
Is that not the most annoying thing ever?
Yeah.
And then it just gets to people like there's all these like little rules with like the green pinching thing.
Yeah.
So you'll see some people being like, no, because I'm wearing this green sticker.
Mm-hmm.
It's like maybe we just all stop taking the pinching game. I guess people haven't taken the pinching game so seriously since like third grade,
Yeah,
but
5th grade maybe.
that always got me a little riled up.
Yeah. I love on St. Patrick's Day, there's certain people, like today is Conor McGregor's day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He is all over everywhere. He's
Yeah.
doing pregame speeches with the Bruins.
Mm-hmm.
He was arrested less than a week ago.
You see, after he was arrested, the first thing he did
Went on a run.
went on a run
Pretty sweet.
in his like little boy shorts.
In his he wears like those man yoga pants.
yeah.
He can pull
Yeah.
those off
He can pull them off better than
just about anybody.
he's like who was supposed to be wearing it.
Yeah. But like today belongs to him. He could not do anything for the rest of his life and just make money off of St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
Like
yeah.
he just kind of does that. You know who else I saw?
Brandon.
Super funny. I don't know whose daughter it is, but one of their daughters is
Yeah.
Ireland Baldwin.
Oh yeah.
I've seen all this stuff, like sexy photos of Ireland Baldwin.
Yeah.
Because St. Patrick's Day, you get it.
Because that's her name.
You get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
But good day to be Irish. Good things. Let's get going. Winners and losers. You want to start? You want me to start?
I'm down for whatever. You start.
My winner of the week, Disney.
You're a big winner.
Now you may think
Yeah.
that they're a loser because this week the news was that they announced that they're bringing back James Gunn.
Yeah.
So James Gunn was the dude. He directed and wrote the first two Guardians of the Galaxy, which were pretty gigantic in that it was the only superhero movie in the Marvel universe where basically nobody knew that existed.
Yeah, except for like the real nerds.
Yeah, but even the real nerds. Like I was talking to a guy
wasn't
I
a
work
favorite.
with. It was like what's oh okay.
Yeah.
Like you kind of knew what it was, but not really. Like the fact that they chose that very random, and he made it. I mean, that's besides Iron Man probably the most successful franchise.
I think probably even more successful. I
even
think
more than
besides
Iron
the
Man.
Avengers, like it's its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so those were freaking awesome. So everyone loved him. And then in the midst of everyone looking at old tweets and freaking out, he had, in my mind, probably the worst old tweets.
Yeah, definitely.
So he had a bunch of jokes. He would do the shock humor stuff, and he had jokes about AIDS and the Holocaust and rape and 9/11.
It was all
most of it about kids.
It
and
was
those
just the
subjects.
pedophilia stuff that was like
Just kind of fucked up.
that was the part where it was like, okay, this is way across the line.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And so Disney, when that happened, was like, "You're done.
Yeah.
You see you later, Mr. Gunn. Take a seat."
Peace, dude.
And we were like, everyone was really outraged. At first, everyone was like, of course. And then everyone was really outraged.
Yeah.
We were always like, I totally get it.
I totally get why Disney would do that. By the way, speaking of this whole story, Disney played this thing beautifully.
so this is why they're my winner.
Yeah.
Is that they've appeased everyone.
Yes.
So they got rid of him immediately because you have any parent or anybody, you can't be like, I'm not going to bring my kid to see this movie. The guy's talking about raping little kids.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? There's no
Yeah.
explanation of that.
Yeah.
You know? Like, there's I'm sorry, I was trying to make a joke about, there's certain things you might cross the line with the joke, and then you can be like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
The stuff he was talking about, it's like, dude, how on earth did...
It was so unsettling,
allowed.
and it was in the wake of like the Me Too movement, and it was also in the wake of when that one Nickelodeon guy was like
touching kids.
not even it wasn't even that he was touching kids. It was just rumors that was happening, and then
Yeah.
like if you looked at his tweets, it was the same thing but like serious.
Yeah.
and so it
You couldn't tell that anything he was writing was a joke.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
There's no punchline.
no
It's just like, I'm going to give that kid AIDS. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, man. Like,
it was
are people laughing?
but Disney played this just like
Yeah,
a fiddle.
So Disney got rid of
Yeah.
him, and people were like, sweet. Definitely some outrage. mainly from the cast. But Chris Pratt was like, I kind of get it, but I like James Gunn. The biggest one was David Bautista.
Yeah, which I thought was crazy. I thought
crazy too.
Yeah.
But he was like, I'm not doing it if he's out.
I thought we were
which
about
no one
to,
really bought.
I thought we were about to see a Batista bomb. Is what I thought we
There
were going to say.
But I thought maybe Drax just won't be in the next movie, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't even make another movie.
Yeah.
But this week they announced that they brought back James Gunn to write and direct the third Guardians of the Galaxy. They actually met with him and decided this a couple months ago.
Yeah. No, they played it so perfectly.
Disney's a winner because now everyone wins. Everyone's like, yeah, we got him back. Can you blame Disney for pulling him away? I can't.
Literally the whole scenario for the people that were mad that he fired him and that now that he's hired back is totally get where Disney was coming from.
Totally get it.
That's like the exact. That is what you want. You don't want people to be like, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
You want people to be like, I don't agree with everything you do, but I understand why you do it.
And I respect you.
That is PR.
Yeah, it's a level of respect.
Public relations.
It's a tip of the cap.
Disney
way to go.
does it better.
Also, us are winners just because sweet new Guardians of the Galaxy. It's
Heck yeah.
good. Whatever, if they replace them, it would probably suck.
Disney's kind of a winner for my loser, actually, too.
Interesting.
So I'm excited to get into that as well.
Who's your winner?
My winner is the people.
The people.
You're a big winner.
The people are winning because I'm not going to say America's favorite son or Australia's favorite son or anywhere's favorite son. I'm going to say planet Earth's favorite son,
Jesus Christ,
including Planet Fitness' favorite son, Hugh Jackman, huge jacked man,
Hughes Jackman,
who is arguably the most talented man in the history of the planet. He sings, he dances, he's a triple threat.
He's handsome, he's likable.
Yes, he used to coach PE. He used to be a PE teacher.
He was a clown for a while in Australia.
He was?
Yeah.
Actually, that I got to ding him for that a little bit.
No, he was just like he was trying to be a street like he was just doing.
Okay.
Stuff. It's a good story.
It's
good.
In the end, if I looked into it, I'd be like, oh, maybe I should think different of clowns.
Maybe, possibly, at least Australian clowns in the mid to late '80s.
Australian clowns they might have a different world of clowning.
I think so.
You know. But anyway, he's coming back to, you guessed it, Broadway. Not off Broadway, not off Broadway.
Yeah.
Your boy, Hugh Jackman, is coming back. He's going to be in the play that I've heard of called The Music Man.
Music Man. They did that at Potomac one time. They did it at our high school.
Yeah, I didn't see it then.
I was in 7th grade. They did it in 8th grade. It's like a guy comes to town, and he's a
music guy.
He's the music man.
Yeah.
And no, but actually, he like comes and they do some concert, but it turns out he's like a con man. That's like the thing.
Oh, okay. Well, in the words of the New Radicals, he's got the music in you.
Yes, he does.
Okay, that makes sense.
But
he's going to be in it.
That's gonna be great.
He's back.
There
He
we
can
go.
do it all. He can sing. He can dance. He can be a superhero. He can have claws.
He should always host the Oscars.
He should always host the Oscars.
It should always be Hugh Jackman.
God.
He hosted it one year, and it's like he did everything.
There's some people where it's like, yeah, nobody really likes him. There's some people where it's sort of indifferent. I don't think there's a single person out there who's like, you know who I don't like? Hugh Jackman.
The only time that I have ever been like, okay, Hugh Jackman, is him and Ryan Reynolds have that like any celebs who are like have like a bromance thing that they do for the public to be for people to talk about.
But it centers around fitness, dude.
Relax, guys.
Planet
Fitness.
Fitness.
Right,
That's a win for
and I
PF.
love both Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. But sometimes it's like like who is it? Is it like Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake? Have
Oh yeah,
one of
well
those?
that's so forced.
And it's like this. We're forcing this, guys.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Are you guys friends?
Take
Come
it
on.
easy.
Losers. My loser of the week. DC Comics.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Winner Disney and Marvel. Loser DC. They're always losing.
Interesting. Tell me why.
Ezra Miller, the guy we hate. I fucking hate him.
Gwyneth Paltrow, Ezra Miller are on Pool Boys 2. Don't be these guys.
I just think
lists
Ezra
of
Miller.
2019.
I just think Ezra Miller is so bad. I think
he's a little much.
I think he's a really bad actor.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. I just think he's just not good. He's good in Perks of Being the Wallflower.
Yeah. Well, he plays Ezra Miller in that.
Yeah, that's good. But he is the Flash, as you know.
Yeah.
I thought he was the worst part of a really bad movie that was the Justice League.
Yeah, he was an issue.
It's up in the air whether or not he's going to be the Flash as they go forward because they just totally fucked up the whole DC universe, and now the only people that are Aquaman and Wonder Woman are staying, but Batman's
gone,
and the Cyborg guy are going.
Interesting.
And it's like, guys, we should have had a plan.
Crazy they're not bringing back the Cyborg. Everybody loved his character so much.
What that guy's name is. It Cyborg? Is that his name?
I think so.
That movie sucked.
Yeah.
But Ezra Miller wants to keep being the Flash, so he's gonna write a Flash movie and try to basically.
I'm sure it's gonna go great.
Yeah. So loser one.
That was such a loaded. I'm sure it's awesome.
Yeah, but hopefully it's terrible and he won't be the Flash anymore. But I think either way, DC, you lose. He's gonna write a movie if you don't like it, and you're like, nope. People love Ezra Miller for some reason, and it's gonna be a backlash.
It's gonna end up on like the blacklist. I
And
guarantee you.
And apparently he wants to do like a darker movie.
Ooh,
And
gritty.
DC's like, no, we want to do like Aquaman, Wonder Woman. Those seem to be working. Let's follow that recipe.
Yeah, stop trying to make the Dark Knight. You can't make the Dark
Exactly.
Knight.
You're not
Christopher
the Dark
Nolan-
Knight.
You're not Christopher Nolan.
You're
You
not
can't
gonna
make
be able to do it.
Only Christopher Nolan can do this.
And also, it's not only Christopher Nolan. It's like you can't make the Dark Knight if you actually have powers.
Yeah.
How do you make a Dark Knight movie with a dude who runs 300,000 miles an hour? Like, there's no Batman works because he's a man, Jack.
Dude, his
he's
whole-
flaws.
Yeah,
And weaknesses.
Batman is completely believable. The Flash's whole story, if I remember correctly from Justice League, was that his father was in prison, wrongfully in prison for murdering his mother. And the Flash, he got powers and he's really fast.
Yep, somehow.
And he does something to those things mesh.
All I remember
in
from
some sort of way.
I remember from the Justice League is the through line is because he runs a lot, he's hungry a lot, so he's always eating pizza. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't know why I hated that.
That's really stupid.
Stop
too.
eating pizza.
Well, because if he's burning a ton of calories, then you're going to need a lot more than pizza.
That's the theory.
You should be eating like strictly sticks of butter.
He's
if
so
if you're
annoying.
burning that many calories. Watch any marathon person what they eat. It's not pizza.
He drives me nuts.
Hint, not pizza.
Yeah, but
You're not a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, dude.
I'm trying to think who would be the Flash. Who could be better?
You're a wallflower. There are perks, but fuck you.
I don't know who could be the Flash. I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna go with Hugh Jackman because again, he's the world's favorite son.
Isn't the Flash blonde?
I believe so, but they're kind of throwing all rules out
Yeah,
the
all
window.
rules are out the window.
If-
Momoa is Aquaman.
If you can believe it, Aquaman is in Hawaiian.
Yeah.
So
so
yeah.
yeah, hopefully they redo that. Who's your loser?
My loser is M. Night Shyamalan.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
He is the king of the sting, the king of the twist. Everybody loves it, and nobody sees it coming,
Nope.
even 12 movies in. Everybody is never ready
Nope.
or expecting there to be some sort of twist at the end of the movie. Well, guess what? What happens when you are no longer the king of the twist? What happens when other people start trying to mimic it? What happens when real life starts to do that?
Dethroned.
So here's the big twist this week. The Johnny Depp Amber Heard violence
Been
thing
going on for forever.
it was basically like the past year. It was like, oh wait, we all hate Johnny Depp now because it was like he's been domestically abusing Amber Heard.
Yeah, he's also just like an absolute mess financially and drugs and stuff.
We never talked about it because it's not really funny in the
It's not what we talk about. We don't talk about that kind of.
Yeah, we just don't bring it up.
Yeah, it's on the news. You'll see it on the news.
And even this that I'm about to say isn't that funny either. It's not
No.
funny at all.
No.
But it's such a twist.
It's a twist.
It's straight out of like a Gillian Flynn novel. This is right out of Gone Girl.
Yeah. AKA the writer
Of Gone
okay,
Girl.
Gotcha.
Amber Heard was the attacker, and Johnny Depp was the victim. Switch swap.
Switch swap.
What do you call that?
I don't know.
Crisscross. That's
Crisscross.
it. That's it. Thanks, Matt.
What?
Crisscross.
What do you mean? How is that? How?
It turns out
No, is there like a video or?
there's videos. There's everything.
Really?
Well, because apparently, shocker, every room in Johnny Depp's house is covered with a camera.
Yes.
Never saw that coming.
Not surprising.
All of the stuff that she said happened. There's like tape of her basically saying, and this is what I'm going to make up.
Jeez.
And then all of
It's literally in Sunny when they're like, we're going to tell the judge that you asked us to put drugs in
Exactly.
our butt, and you try to stuff them up our butts. And
it's all on tape. And then on the other hand, there's a ton of things of her attacking Johnny Depp and him being, I believe, a consummate gentleman and just being like, stop it.
I got to see these tapes.
Crisscross.
That's crazy just because.
What a fucking idiot she is. She knows.
Yeah.
She knows there's tapes. Unless they're like hidden cameras, in which case, honestly, creepy Johnny, but also like really smart.
Paid off.
Yeah.
Paid off. But I remember hearing him being like, I have evidence that I didn't beat her, and that she beat me.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, that's exactly what I
also,
would
why
have
haven't
said.
you played this card yet, Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
This
Well,
has been going on for like 2 years.
well, because he didn't want to be seen as like a victim. It's very sad. The whole thing
what do
is
you
very,
mean
very
he didn't
sad.
want to be? I don't buy that at all.
No, it's the thing where it's like,
She's accusing him of beating her up, and he's like, I don't want to be the victim and pull out the evidence.
well,
Get out of here.
he didn't want to countersue, and then recently he countersued. So it wasn't going to be
Really?
yes and no. I think it was also probably one of those things where like every now and then, you know how they say like, You'll be talking to somebody if there's like a lawsuit. They say I can't say anything else because
Yeah.
your lawyers. Basically, what I've learned from TV and movies
Don't talk to cops.
is that lawyers don't want you to talk to anybody about anything.
Yeah,
Only
call
talk to them.
1-800 no cuffs, and then they'll tell you what to do.
Look what happened in the Lincoln Lawyer.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
It does.
If that movie is anything close to reality,
It is.
never talk
Very close.
to anybody but Matthew McConaughey.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Matthew McConaughey is the official lawyer of Pool Boy Comedy, which we'll get into later too because there's scandal. But 2 last quick notes. You're saying DC's taking a hit.
Yeah.
James Gunn was, before he was brought back on to direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3, accepted the job of directing Suicide Squad 2.
Yep.
He is still he's directing both.
He's doing both DC and
Yes.
Marvel. Whoa,
Isn't that interesting?
that's crazy.
yeah.
That's nuts.
He is playing both hands.
Good for him. Hey, James Gunn, talk about a comeback.
Although now if
You're the gun.
Now if you're Guardians of the Galaxy, you kind of got to watch out because he might be the saboteur.
Saboteur.
He might be the saboteur and try
What
to
if he
sabotage.
just makes a
Disney.
shitty movie? Just makes it's like screw you Disney, and you go see Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's just a big heap of.
What if
movie?
he's like, hey, plot twist, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I'm bringing back Kurt Russell because everybody loves that character.
He's the whole movie. We're doing a prequel to Kurt Russell's character.
It's going to be another father-son epic.
yeah.
Uh,
We're gonna have a baseball catch with space plasma again.
we need more baseball catches.
We got one in Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Did we have a baseball catch?
Yeah, once he finds out he's like a god too or whatever, they make like a little space ball and they toss it back and forth and they play Cats in the Cradle. Silver spoon.
Do they play it?
No, they didn't.
Oh,
but
they should.
That'd be good.
Man,
That'd
they
be good.
need. Speaking of Kurt Russell, let's make another one of those Santa Claus movies because that was delightful.
It'll get a sequel.
Yeah, that
I'm
thing's.
sure.
I think that's like they'll turn that into Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I'm sure. Moving on.
But when would it come out? The
What?
Santa Claus one.
I don't know.
When would they release it? Like what month?
Around Halloween, possibly.
Probably.
Maybe a little bit later.
Get some of that buzz.
Moving on. Trailer trash. Trailer smash.
I agree with that.
Got 2 trailers this week. Aladdin and Avengers. Avengers trailer.
Okay, well, let's get into that.
So
Black and white.
Infinity War, black and white, but it is red.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. They go through back all the old movies. Kind of dig it.
Hey, what's here's a little joke for you. What's black, white, and red all over?
Newspaper.
No, I was gonna say like a penguin wearing a red hat.
That's always the thing. It's like a dead zebra.
Yeah,
That
it's
was the
like-
one in my things.
Yeah.
But looks pretty sweet. I love they show all the old movies and like where we started from and whatnot. And of course you got Captain America, Steve Rogers being like, I tell people to forget but
Yeah.
we don't forget.
We
and
don't forget
whatnot.
it.
We
Yeah.
also get to see that Tony Stark makes it off the ship.
Yeah.
However, so I
Yes.
said that. And then I realized someone at work was also saying that in the trailer for Infinity War. So actually, this is Endgame. I keep saying Infinity War Part 2. It's Endgame.
Maybe it's because Infinity War was called Infinity War Part 1.
Yeah, so confusing.
Yeah.
But in Infinity War,
Crisscross.
the trailer was they had fake shit. In the Infinity War trailer at like the Battle of Wakanda, they had the Hulk fighting in the Battle of Wakanda. And it's like that didn't happen. So they do throw you off in the trailers. They'll show you shit that doesn't happen.
Or maybe there's just another battle. I can tell you right now what happens.
What?
Oh, dude.
What?
Here's what happens. They figure out a way to rewind time. And then the game changer is that the Hulk is actually a
No.
piece.
So in the trailer for Infinity War, last year's movie.
Yes. Oh,
The Hulk was in the Battle of
I thought you said
Wakanda.
they show it in this one.
No. So the Hulk was in the Battle of Wakanda there, and when you see the movie, he's not in the Battle of Wakanda.
I still think that
Time travel is going to be the thing. That's what everyone's saying.
I still think it's a rewind, and I still bet you right now that the Hulk will be the missing piece of like he'll tip the scales.
And they'll just go back and refight that Wakanda war.
Except this time the Hulk is able to
I
Hulk
wonder
out.
if that's how they do it.
We've got a Hulk, dude.
Because everyone's saying it's going to be a time travel thing.
Yeah.
But this leads me to my next point of it was almost my loser, Marvel, because in the end of the trailer we see Captain Marvel there, and Hulk does his, or not Hulk, Thor does his like,
I like this one.
come hammer.
Yeah.
And then she like kind of gives like a, I'm not, like, that doesn't shock me. And he's
Yeah.
like, I like you.
I like this.
She's
I like
gonna
this
ruin.
mouse.
We've been doing this shit for like fucking 18 years.
Yeah.
Iron Man. They've had 20 movies.
Their banter.
She is about to ruin everything because she's gonna come in and save the day. And it's like, well, we didn't know about you until a month ago. What the fuck? I'm so
God, I hope
so
not, dude.
bummed.
Is she the Jar Jar Binks?
So I haven't seen Captain Marvel yet. But a couple of buddies saw it. Chris and Snow saw it, and were saying that it really, really seems like they're setting her up to come in and save the day. Like she can just beat Thanos one-on-one. If that happens, You've lost
Stupid.
me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the end of it anyway. So
Are they going to Hunger
way
Games
to
3
go.
this guy?
It looks like they're going to Hunger Games 3 this guy, which is going to suck so much
Damn.
because Infinity War was so dope.
Yeah.
And all these movies are so good, and now they're about to just be like, nope, we got a new character after 4 Avengers movies. We're going to bring in a new character that's more powerful than everybody.
That's
if
like-
she's more powerful than Thor, I'll leave in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
I'll just walk away. I got to go see Captain Marvel. I'm going to be so upset the whole time.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with her being a woman. Everyone's acting like it's because she's a woman. No one wants to see the superhero movies.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not even in the
I
slightest.
love
Not
Black
even
Widow.
close.
I love it. Not whatsoever.
I just really do. I agree. Hate we fall in love with this team. We've added characters throughout.
We know everyone so well. It's literally like Game of Thrones of everyone has been through thick and thin together. We know their stories.
I want to see how the characters that we love in this predicament, how they solve the problem.
because we know them.
I don't want to introduce a new tool for them that means like, oh yeah, of course. Well, it's easy.
And they're going to have to explain why she hasn't been here the whole time. It's going to be some bullshit thing because you know why she hasn't been here the whole time? Because
Why?
she was never part of the plan.
No.
And they decided, you know what, we need a female superhero lead. Hey, good thinking.
Dude, just
You
have
do.
Hulk out.
Just fucking do it. God damn. It's gonna drive me bonkers.
I know. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna be so angry.
We have another trailer though. The trailer for the live action Aladdin came out. What do you think?
I have a hot take for you.
It seems like you got hot takes. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be pretty sweet. I think the music's fantastic.
Yeah.
And the dance numbers, they're really going to do it up, Jack. And I love me some good dance numbers.
Who doesn't?
So I think it's going to be just fucking grand and colorful and awesome. I do not like the guy who plays Aladdin. I'm going to be very annoyed by him, seems like. Will Smith as the genie, I'm going to fucking love. Everyone's making fun of his blue self.
Dude.
That's just when he first comes out of the... What did you think was going to happen?
That was my hot take.
What do you think was going to happen?
That was my hot take.
What?
I'm gonna love this fucking movie.
I think it's gonna be
love
great.
it.
Yeah,
it looks
good.
awesome.
Good.
Will Smith looks. It's fantastic.
Will Smith is the perfect choice.
He like it went from
He is
being like
perfect.
really Will Smith.
Yeah.
From
How
that movie with his son.
Uh-huh.
That sucked After Earth or whatever. No plot twist. We are getting. You know what I love too is the music when Will Smith comes out. It's literally like it's like somebody from a coma woke up and was like, yeah, just made Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like it is so 1994.
You're so right. Yep.
It is like a huge horn
And
section.
he's got a great voice.
Oh yeah.
He's got a great voice. He's fun. Oh, he's going to be awesome.
He doesn't curse. He's good for the whole family.
He's good for everyone. And
Yeah.
it's going to be sweet. I wonder how close to the cartoon it is. It'll definitely have to be different because the cartoon's only like an hour and 20 minutes long, or an hour and a half. So I bet it'll be longer. But boy, I'm pumped for that movie. There's going to be some nuts dance scenes, Jack.
Oh yeah.
Some nuts dance.
Are they
numbers.
doing it straight Bollywood style? Like, are they like?
I don't know.
Because Bollywood, they just love the dance scene.
Oh yeah.
Watch Slumdog Millionaire. That's your favorite movie, Henry. Watch it, and at the end,
okay.
they just start dancing. And if you aren't used to
great.
Bollywood, you're like,
Yeah. What's happening?
why are they doing any of this?
I hope that is. I hope
Yeah.
the whole movie's dancing.
I hope that there's a lot of group dance. Dude, remember? Have you seen that? The scene in that one movie where they do the hey thing.
Oh yeah, well I saw it because I saw a video where they photoshopped Trump's face over the main guy.
Yeah.
And it's the funniest video ever. He's getting everyone so jacked up. It's only a room of about like 300 dudes.
Yeah.
And they're all in a choreographed dance looking at one dude. It is the funniest thing.
I love it.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be good. Dumbo comes out like next weekend.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of those like I really don't have any interest, but I feel like we gotta see these live action Disney movies.
I'm just not. Remember when Neuheisel said that the animation was the winner?
Yeah.
For the year. It was like, dude, they're specifically called live action. I don't know why I just thought that. But
I'm trying to think, what other Disney have they made any Disney live action movies yet?
yeah, they made Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. So it was Alice in Wonderland was the first.
Yes.
I gotta rewatch Alice in Wonderland. I like went into that being like, I'm gonna hate this.
Are we calling Alice in Wonderland though in the same series of like, hey, we're gonna remake these because they did.
That's what they did.
But then is Snow White and the Huntsman also one? Like
No,
no.
because that's a different.
The Cinderella
You're right,
one?
though.
No, it's like I think it's the animal.
I think
ones.
Cinderella is.
Cinderella is.
Cinderella
you think?
counts, yeah. Because that was a remake.
Because in my head it's Jungle Book, and then we're gonna have Dumbo, and then we're gonna maybe you're right. Maybe.
But you're right where it's like it seems like I don't think they were really dead set on doing all of the movies at first. Like they were like Alice in Wonderland.
They
'cause
did Beauty
Tim
and the
Burton
Beast.
was
They've done like
"We'll do it."
every one.
You're right. They've done Beauty and the Beast. God, they have not been that good so far.
No.
Alice in Wonderland, I thought was sick actually.
Jungle Book I thought was great.
I did not like Jungle Book. Thought it wasn't really. It was super boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Besides the Christopher Walken.
Chris White, listen to
Man,
me,
man,
man.
fire.
Listen to me, man cub.
Man, cub. He
I
was
want to
great.
be like you.
Yeah, he was great, and Bill Murray was good. But Cinderella,
fire.
Cinderella, take it or leave it. I know New loves Cinderella, but Cinderella, take it or leave it.
I called you.
Beauty and the Beast, not good.
I called you while I was watching The Jungle Book and was like, I don't know if you've seen this, but Christopher Walken plays the monkey. And it is the opposite of what the monkey was before. Is listen, man cub. It's
King
just
Louis.
let's make this guy a character.
Yeah, it's great.
So good.
But yeah, we'll see how those end up going. Aladdin.
Ooh, I'm excited for this next segment.
Moving on, Throners update.
Yeah.
Where are my dragons?
Big time Throners update.
How raging is your throner right now? Is it throbbing?
I have a throbbing, and
Are
throbbing.
you also really dehydrated?
I'm out of it, bro.
If you're watching
I'm super dehydrated.
if
I don't
you-
know why.
If you're watching the podcast, like my eyes haven't really moved.
I got a big smart water.
I'm
but,
tired, but
but-
like in a weird way.
But so Game of Thrones news this week. I wish this is where it sucks we don't have New on because he's really the aficionado. But they released how long each episode would be, which is incredibly important.
Yeah.
Because up until this past week, Game of Thrones had been saying, and I think it was Game of Thrones, HBO, everyone was in agreement. Okay, every episode's basically going to be a movie.
Can I say something real quick?
Go for it.
I'm a little let down by the length of time.
I'm extremely let down, Jack.
It's like it's season 2.
I'm extremely let down.
I thought that we were about to have basically like 7 seasons crammed into one. And
they
I'm not
said,
even a Throner guy.
I know, and they said, but that's because they said that. They said
Yeah.
every episode is going to be about a movie, which you think,
Yeah.
okay, hour 20 to an hour and a half, maybe something even longer. Maybe
Yeah.
the White Walkers thing is like hour 45. If we are lucky, like
Yeah.
that's what we're thinking. Those are the over-unders. I'd say over-under for me was about an hour 20.
Yeah.
Matt, what was your over-under? Guessing what they were going to be.
I anticipated all of them being the
Length of Toy Story. What's Toy Story?
length.
Hour
Hour
20.
20.
Yep, that was the, for some reason, that was the thought. Someone said that. Someone said, okay, they're all going to be about hour 20. That's the over-under. But
I was expecting one to be like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
And it's not just because I love the show and want as much as we can get, but it's also you only have 6 episodes to close the most in-depth, complex show ever. How are you going to do that? Oh, every episode's going to be basically 2 episodes. Okay, that makes sense.
that makes sense.
But no.
No.
Instead, they announced episode 1 is going to be 54 minutes. Nothing crazy. Standard.
Are they including, by the way, are they including the theme song in that?
God, I hope not, Jack, but I assume they are.
Because that's like a 12-minute theme song.
It's 16 minutes, yeah. It's 25 minutes. But Ep 2 is going to be 58 minutes. Again, what the fuck? And then the last 4, Ep 3 is going to be hour 22. Ep 4, 118. Ep 5, 120. Ep 6, 120. So they're, okay, I'll take it or leave it. Or I'll take it.
120 or hour 20?
Hour 20.
Okay.
So hour 22 is the longest. We
What
have
if
an
it's
hour
a typo?
22, 2 hour 20s, and an hour 18. That's good. That's almost on the lighter side of what I thought every episode was going to be.
Although, to be honest, I actually am kind of jacked up about it because I trust those 2 guys.
I don't trust
Are
them.
they gay?
David Benioff and what's the other guy's name? No, they're not gay. No.
DB Weiss. My question, like, I'm actually kind of pumped because so they took over. I know in the last season, basically, it was like, hey, we're no longer on the books. We've surpassed the books.
Yeah, fuck them.
Now we're running them. I enjoyed the last season a lot more because it was like, hey, we're going to do it like an actual show.
I did and I didn't. I dug a couple.
Because you wanted even more.
The first episode, I said, I'm done with the show. The first episode, we're flying around the map. We're doing things that would take a whole season to do and to get to these places. And I'm like, what the hell happened?
Here's the other thing I just realized.
What?
They are, because they have 6 episodes, we are going to completely lose all of the interstitial throwaway starting of new plots.
That's what we hope, Jack. But
I
no,
think
there are
so.
new characters.
They're new characters, but they're not going to be like the way it was in like seasons 1 through whatever.
I hope.
Where it was like, hey, let's watch this flute guy for the next 3 episodes.
I hope,
and
Jack.
it ends in nothing. Dude, that was like, that's literally why I stopped watching. It was like, okay, so I didn't fall in with this character. I basically was just watching this character to get to the next part, and it turns out this has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
And it was just George R. R. Martin just basically whispering in my ear, "Fuck you."
Yeah, but
Just,
I kind of
hey,
like the whispers.
You watched all of it, you fucking idiot.
I like the whispers.
Hope you liked that, you fuking idiot.
But
God, George.
I'm gonna take some talking points from my dudes because they probably know more than I do. If they spend any time on sex scenes that are not important to the plot of the show, I will be furious. And that's not my original. I think that Chris Bounce said that, but I totally agree. The show is violence and sex, but it's really not. It's betrayal. And it's a game of chess.
Yeah.
We got to be moving this season. We do not have enough time to slow down and to waste any time on anything.
Do you have your wallet?
No.
I'd like your man card. I'd like you to just turn that in real
Oh,
quick.
you want some more? Oh, okay.
I would just basically, if you could just give it to me. I just feel weird with you having it.
Also,
Bro, sex is tight, dude. Everybody agrees. Matt, how tight is sex? It's so tight.
them introducing new characters, we gotta fucking do that quickly. I
Yeah.
cannot hang around the Greyjoys. What the fuck is Euron Greyjoy? There's all these characters where it seems I don't know how they're gonna wrap this up in a season. It seems like that we need multiple seasons because they've introduced new characters last season and they're introducing new characters this season when the whole plot should be living versus the dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, are we gonna spend time not on that?
There's so many, dude, like,
There's just a lot of questions. We just know nothing. And apparently,
dude, what if they just lost to this bad boy? What if at the very end it's just like,
it's a very good possibility.
what if-
Multiple actors have said people won't like the ending.
what if, but I think that my hope is that they've said that because you won't like who is the person on the throne, which
I don't think it's
I
gonna
think
be
we
that.
agree. We're totally cool with that. Like, I'm
Yeah.
totally cool with being like, no, it's a loss,
No, same,
whatever.
Same.
But what I'm not cool with is if they just lost it. What if they just were like, what if George R. R. Martin did just one last kind of like, fuck you, and just it ends with like, okay, cut to black, and then cut back to white of Jon Snow, and he's in like a suit and tie, and it's like it was all a dream.
It was all a dream. That'd be pretty hilarious.
Matt, how
Good. We go
happy
back to
would you be?
season 1. He's just getting to the wall.
Yeah,
He was just nervous. He passed out and thought of
he
this
fainted.
whole,
John,
this whole dream.
are you okay?
Yeah.
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 I think I'll be just
Yeah,
fine.
they-
Music.
Music. Cut to black.
Black, and then it like fades back in. It's The Sopranos.
Sopranos ending. We start playing Don't Stop Believing.
Fades to
They're
black.
sitting in a pub.
Oh my god, dude! What if like as they're about to go into this final thing, we're just starting. Oh,
There are a couple good,
just a small town girl.
exciting things that have been mentioned, including that the battle at Winterfell with the White Walkers apparently is going to be longer than any battle scene in Lord of the Rings. Which, when you talk about Helm's Deep and Return of the King, those are hour-long battle scenes. So we're gonna have a whole ep that's gonna be a battle scene. We'll have I think it's ep 3, right? It's an hour 22 minutes, and that whole ep is a Winterfell battle. That'll be sick.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty sweet. So things to look forward to. I mean, no matter what, I'm extremely excited.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I'm hopeful.
Yes.
But I have my worries and my doubts. You
watched this show like you're watching like a Giants game or like a Nats game, where you're like, where you're like really rooting for the show to succeed.
Yes.
And you'll be let down if they don't.
100%.
Yeah.
But I'm honest. I'll call you out. You don't think I will?
No, I know
I
you.
will.
I know you will.
Oh, I
I'm
will.
not worried about that.
I will.
And for everybody who's listening, I'll be the devil's advocate, and I'll try to find the silver lining in every bad thing that happens. And the other way around, something good happens, I'm gonna poke holes at it.
Pretty sweet. Too. They what's his name? Jon Snow was saying that they filmed the final script reading. None of them had read the script, and they read the last episode, and they had a camera crew filming them and all their reactions and stuff, and that'll be super cool to watch.
Yeah,
afterwards,
I've
because
seen
he was like everyone's shocked and then crying.
I've seen The Office one like 50 times.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll be sweet. Probably a little different tone than The Office read through, but similar. Moving on to news. News. Today we don't just have news; we have breaking news.
We have breaking news.
It's pretty nuts. I should have mentioned at the top of the ep.
We will.
That we have something going on
When we do the thing at the very end where we tease it.
You're right. But the biggest news of this week, not just in entertainment, but I'd say in just about anything, is this college scandal. This celebrities, CEOs, rich people getting their kids into schools that they did not deserve to get into through quote unquote bribery and cheating. It's quite the delicious scandal, Jack. Everyone is loving talking about this. Everyone's got a point.
Yeah.
People love to hate. This is easy to hate, so we're going to do it. Basically, what the story is, are celeb CEOs, rich people, paid this dude. This dude ran this SAT college prep thing, paid him to set up their kids to get into schools through forged or fake SAT scores, whether someone else would do it for them or they'd get, twice the amount of time, faking scholarships that included photoshopping photos of their face on other people.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Which is hilarious.
But faking scholarships, I think just straight bribes too, basically.
Under the table, baby.
Under the table stuff. The
old-fashioned way.
The most famous people were Lori Loughlin, who was in Full House, and Felicity Huffman, who was married to William H. Macy.
I'm going to say it too. Lori Loughlin, it should be pronounced Lori Loughlin.
Yeah,
That's definitely the correct pronunciation.
Yeah, you're right.
That's how you pronounce any Irish name that ends with if it's O-U-G-H, it's Auk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they are getting just fucked up, fucked
Yeah.
on by the media.
No, they're getting
and by everyone.
They are just getting like honestly shades of Me Too.
Yes.
Like
it's pretty nuts the amount of hate they're getting. Like they obviously they were let go and fired from any business ventures that they have in the entertainment world.
They're about 3 steps away from getting a reality show.
Yeah, they're pulling
That's how heavy this is.
It is bad. Before we get into our breaking news, I just want to say I think people need to chill the fuck out.
I don't get it. I don't get the hullabaloo.
Did people not think that rich people paid for their kids to get into college and that people use like
I'm unaware.
Do people not know people who did that? I know so many what are we talking about?
I am totally unaware of the shock of this.
How is anyone shocked by this? The SAT scores thing? That's surprising to me. That's like, whoa, crazy. The scholarship thing? Of course.
We always talk about the fact that
Of course.
yeah, he's going to get in. His dad donated a building.
That's
like,
a thing.
That's how it is.
That's how it works.
And I think the only thing that was kind of illegal about this was that it was.
I think the SAT scores was the only thing that really seemed illegal to me. The faking scholarship things, that happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
The paying and bribery thing, people buy buildings and shit all the fucking time.
All the time.
People get brought in because their grandfather was this, because their parents pay somebody like that's just so normal.
Dude, watch Orange County with Colin
Yeah,
Hanks.
exactly.
Once.
You're totally right though.
Watch an SATs. Watch The Perfect Score with Chris Evans, aka Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. Watch it once.
Perfect Score is a great movie.
Perfect Score is really good. We should watch that.
But it's nuts to me how people are just so shocked and everyone is using this. And the reason everyone is so vocal about this and like I want to hear like it's so annoying. Anytime I'm looking for stuff to talk about in the pod and it's Olivia Munn sounds off on college scandal. Why do you give a shit, Olivia Munn?
Yeah.
Why do you care enough to do an interview about this?
Yeah.
This didn't affect you. You have no ties to this whatsoever. Everyone is it's such an easy story to hate on. And everyone right now just wants to shit on people.
Yeah.
And everyone right now is saying, Jack, I'm a victim too, actually. Because this isn't new, and that's why I didn't get into Harvard.
This is kind of an segment.
Yeah, this is
Henry,
yeah.
That's why you didn't get into Harvard.
Yep, that's why. Because the kids like this, like celebrities like Lori Loughlin, A-list celebrities like Lori Loughlin,
they were taking
her
your spot,
daughters for a couple signatures, couple photos.
They were taking your spot.
And if I had gotten in, Jack, I think I'd be a multi-million. I think I'd be a mogul, a titan of industry.
Life would be different.
Life would be very different.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'd be sitting here and we'd be wearing pretty much the big difference is we'd probably be wearing some Harvard gear.
I think
we'd go to Harvard, you let people know.
We'd probably be living somewhere in Silicon Valley.
Probably.
Yeah, it would be a different life.
We'd have a cool startup that's basically just like an app that delivers a product to you, but so you don't have to buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's an app for something that you buy just when you're going to the grocery store. So now when you go to the grocery store, you don't have to buy milk because this app will deliver to you.
Thing of the past. And people are now suing the celebrities because that makes no sense. Because like these 2 Stanford kids are suing, and it's like, you went to fucking Stanford,
dude. Chill out.
What
Yeah.
are you talking about? You are only trying to get attention. Everyone is only trying to be heard and get attention, and hopefully they can say something so mean and terrible that their photo is posted somewhere. You have to see what this celebrity said.
By the way, I don't want to pull a Gwyneth Paltrow and say something that is blatantly not true. I think we're the only people that have this stance.
I haven't heard anyone else really.
I don't think this is an issue.
I think just people are. No, I agree, and I think this will go away very quickly.
Yeah,
I think the magnitude of it, where it's how many people are involved in the amount of money, where people are like they're saying it's the biggest college scandal ever as far as tuition or whatever.
What about the NCAA?
Yeah, no, this will go away.
Yeah.
All this shit goes away.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be a thing, and hey, when they actually go to trial, it'll come back up for a couple of days, but
not only that,
who cares?
I fucking feel bad for the kids,
I do
dude.
too. I feel really bad.
Not the ones, if they knew, it's like, yeah, you got caught. You know, don't cheat, don't do the crime unless you can do the time or whatever.
Yeah. Don't be in the kitchen
unless
you don't know how to cook.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a Chris Dale line.
Don't go on, don't play on hockey if you have trouble skating.
Yeah, that's
unless you're like a very sound
these
skater.
old sayings, it's what comes to mind.
It's what shows up on fortune cookies.
Pretty funny too. This one woman is suing Lori Loughlin and a couple people for $500 billion.
$500 billion?
$500 billion.
Okay, that person's on our side though.
This is why I love it, because it's like because her son didn't get in.
Because they're crazy.
Whatever. But I love the $500 billion because then I know they're thinking, well, if we settle, hey, we'll say, okay, we'll settle for half. $250 billion. You just got to set the highest number you can think of. So selling, we'll do a tenth of it.
Yeah,
but
that person.
The huevos on this.
That person's gonna get just slapped in the face with at that trial.
Like, what are you talking
We're
about?
brought in a USC admissions council or whatever, and they come in. They're like, okay, say all these people didn't get in. What was their status? They'd be like, oh, they were like number 10,1255 on the list. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck
dude.
out of here.
Oh my God.
But that's pretty crazy. It's pretty nuts.
I feel bad for the kids, dude. If they didn't know, this is the most embarrassing thing ever. This is like
So the only reason that
finding out your parents pay for your friends to come hang out with you at your birthday party.
I feel bad for you're right.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the kids because people are really shitting on them like they're adults.
Yeah.
It's like they're 18 and there's a panel of grown women calling them stuck up B words and how they haven't done anything and they don't deserve anything in their life because they haven't done anything for themselves. And it's like, you want to get in that conversation?
Yeah.
You want to go through all of Instagram and who is making money off of, like, I saw people ripping that she had a Sephora deal. She's never done anything.
It's like,
how many people we live in the age of social media. People make livings off of not doing anything. That's what people do now.
You and I have made multiple sketches.
What are the
making
fucking Kardashians?
fun of that.
Like,
yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
And now we're calling out this person acting like they're the only one. It's like, geez, I feel so bad. But the SAT stuff is fucking nuts. That to me, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You're having someone else take the SATs for your kid.
But
that's crazy, Jack.
But
and the photoshopping, it's ridiculous.
But
I don't think it's that big of a deal, but like, that's nuts.
Also, keep in mind, I wrote people's essays in college.
I'm gonna call the authorities.
But exactly
Illegal.
like,
no, I saw a thing where it's like now other websites that like they found some website that writes papers for college kids. And it's like, you
50.
mean one of the 100,000?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Go on Chegg. They have the answers to everything. Like, there's just we can't do.
We're in a
this
different
sweeping,
world, guys.
Yeah, this is just how the world works.
We're in a world where if you have enough money, you don't do work. And
yeah,
you know what?
That's how it goes.
You got on the roller coaster. Buckle up and keep your hands.
And you know what I want to do, Jack? You know why I work hard?
Why?
To try to get that rich. So
yeah.
I don't have to do anything.
So I don't have to work.
So my kids can go to USC for not doing anything.
We should be chasing this level.
It's the American dream.
Yes.
It's the dream.
Yes.
They're living it, baby.
Hashtag capitalism, baby.
We're all just jealous.
Yeah.
But this leads to the breaking news.
This is probably the biggest news in pool boy history.
It is without a doubt the biggest news in our history.
This is shocking.
Let me give a little intro and then I'll pass it off to you. So the biggest name in this scandal besides Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman is Lori Loughlin's daughter, Olivia Jade something.
Yeah.
She is famous. She is not an actor or whatever, but she's an influencer. There are so many of them. We have worked at digital media companies. You still work at a digital media company.
I work exclusively with influencers.
Influencers. It's a thing. It's huge.
Yeah.
You're videotaping your life. You're talking to the camera. You're talking to your audience.
It is an entire industry.
It's huge.
Yes.
So she is a big-time influencer. One of the many big-time influencers. So she definitely had the most to lose because there are videos of her talking about how, she only went to college to party. Not stuff that you should be saying. Stuff that we went to college with a lot of kids. I think a lot of people went to college with a lot of kids who would say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it. They don't need this. They're probably going to end up working for their family's company. Doesn't make them terrible people.
No.
Are we mad that they took someone else's spot?
I blame the
system.
system.
There are 1,000 kids at every school like this. Like this isn't. It's not that a lot of kids go to college to party. This isn't new.
I'm willing to say half of all people going to college right now aren't going thinking I'm going to learn a lot.
I agree.
Yeah.
And
I think they're going either because, hey, college seems fun, or B,
it's what you do.
That's just kind of what you do.
That's what you do, and that's the path.
Yeah. I went to high school
100%.
And now I go to college.
We're acting like every kid in college right now this is just a stepping stone onto the next. Like, no, college is fun. A lot of people go because it's fun.
Yeah.
Not crazy. But so she has a lot of just really
I'm
bad...
shocked she didn't go to a trade school.
Yeah, right?
Aren't you shocked that she didn't go to try to become a plumber?
Crazy. Like Mike Rowe.
Yeah.
If only. But she's getting super shit on for all those quotes that are definitely dumb. You shouldn't be saying that if you have such an audience. But, again, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care. She had, like, all of her brands taken away. She had a bunch of sponsors. Terrible timing. She was, like, on a yacht with a USC dude at the time that this happened. It's all just bad timing.
Yeah,
really,
bad
more
timing.
than anything.
Yeah.
But
even if this had happened during the summer, it'd be better.
Because this is all over the news, and other influencers and people who are trying to become influencers, and again, trying to become this people where they don't have to work for a living. That's what they're trying to do. People are digging and digging, and they found another scandal.
Scandal number 2. It's
Scandal number 2, breaking news, was that Olivia Jade cheated on a game show, Jack. She did not win, and the producers rigged it so that she would win. So this poor other influencer girl, Marissa something.
Marissa Rachel.
We all know her. Of course we don't. Marissa Rachel said that, she was on the show. She actually won.
Yeah.
And at the end, it was very clear that they rigged it for her.
But how does this relate to us?
I don't know, Jack. How does it relate? Breaking news. Jack O'Shea, the big man himself, was a producer on the show.
This was my show.
You were there.
I'm shocked, by the way. This broke on Friday.
Yep.
This is the craziest thing of all time. Imagine reading something on TMZ, wherever you're listening, and it's literally like, not only is this scandal, did it take place at your office, but it took place in your department, and you were the one who did these things.
You were it.
So here's the story. She cheated. No, she didn't cheat at all. So it's a show called Tap That Awesome App.
And by the way, we're going to call it a show, quote unquote.
Yes.
This is not The Price is Right.
No.
This is not Jeopardy.
This is a game show for the now defunct Go90 app.
People don't realize how many game shows there are. Okay.
Yeah.
I for over a year basically worked on a different game show every week. They're easy to make. People love watching game shows. This is not on CBS or GSN. These are on mobile, either websites or apps. Not a lot of people are watching. Not a lot of money is involved. And honestly, it's not that big of a production.
That's the thing, too. I think
it's not a game show. It is not. People are acting like she went on fucking Jeopardy and Trebek gave her the answers. So it's like, no.
So I think most people who listen to us and watch us, definitely most people who listen to us and watch us, have no idea what we do besides Pool Boy. You and I both work in entertainment.
Yeah.
Your show right now isn't a game show, right?
No. There's challenges involved.
Yeah, challenges involved.
It's not a game show.
I've worked. Probably most of the stuff I have done is some sort of competition show.
Yeah.
Just unscripted competition stuff.
With influencers and
with
people on digital media. That's how they're known.
Literally live in this entire bubble.
YouTube stars.
I was a producer on this show. I believe this was the first season of it, right?
Tap That Awesome App?
Yes.
First season.
So the first season, I was a producer. I was in the control room when, here's what happened, and here's what they're talking about in the scandal. Marissa Rachel says that at the end of the episode, she's
the one who came out too. Marissa Rachel has to be the one to come out and say, you know what, actually, there's another scandal. I'm involved, so maybe you should interview me and maybe give me a little pub. But I just want the truth to be out there. That's it, Jack.
I'm sure she's like the nicest person ever. She is so dumb if she thinks that there was an actual cheating thing.
Yeah, you got to explain.
Okay, so here's how the show would work. It's a bunch of trivia stuff, a bunch of kind of games until the final round, and then we have a speed round, which I believe was 60 seconds. It could have been 90 seconds. I believe 60 seconds.
Speed round.
On the clock. Answer if you get a question right, it's I believe plus 10 points. If you get it wrong, it's minus 10 points. Speed round.
Yep.
In the world of game shows, the scoreboard is incredibly complex.
Yes, it's not. I'm sure on bigger game shows they might have it better, but honestly, I don't know.
Our person running the scoreboard, I don't think I was the one running the scoreboard. It was probably a PA who was running the scoreboard. You're following along. You don't have the answers memorized. So it's going so fast that our host, Hunter, would be like, what's the capital of this? They'd answer, what's the capital of this? The scorekeeper is just doing their best trying to
keep up. This is a person in the back watching, trying to do it basically with a pencil.
Trying to keep up. Yeah. So at the end of every single time, every episode we did, I think in the end we did 36 episodes.
And they're not filmed live.
They're not filmed
for
live.
a reason.
They're live to tape, meaning that but live to tape's a big part of it.
Yeah.
They're filmed live to tape, meaning that we aren't putting in the scores and the graphics afterwards.
Yeah.
This is, we have to hit it live. We have to record it live so they can all mesh. We play the round. At the end, we always go back and watch the whole thing in slow motion so we can make sure that if you got a question right, you get plus 10. If you got it wrong, you get minus 10. Of the 36 episodes, I believe we did 36. Of the 36 episodes we did, I'd say probably 12 of which the score was incorrect.
Yeah.
I'd say probably 6 of those, the score was incorrect. It was incredibly close. And the person who won the person who it says won, actually lost because it was so close.
So after the speed round, it says the scores that the person who's trying to do it quickly said.
Yeah.
And it said Marissa Rachel won.
Yeah.
But then you go back and you look at all the actual questions, and no,
she didn't win.
We calculated it wrong, and Olivia Jade won.
And the problem is we're doing this live to tape, so as soon as the speed round's over, Hunter says, okay, the final scores are boom, boom, and boom.
What he thinks the final scores are.
What he thinks the final scores are. I guarantee you, I was the person who. That's my favorite part of this whole
Yeah.
thing. I was the person who said, "Nope, the scores are wrong. We have to reshoot." Literally, when we reshoot, we don't reshoot. I don't think we did. We don't reshoot the people saying the answers again. We already have that. We just shoot the scoreboard so that we can cut that in and people aren't confused. It's like, okay, this is the actual accurate
I
scoreboard.
think you do refilm the answers, by the way.
We do?
That's what a thing said. But all of the sources so far have gotten this completely wrong. So I don't even
we
know.
don't tell people to change answers. Though.
No, but
like
yeah.
you say the answer that you had. It's just whether or not it was ruled right or wrong.
Uh-huh.
So what must have happened for this Olivia Jade, Marissa Rachel episode was it was close. After it, there was a mistake. Marissa Rachel was told she won. I then said, sorry, guys. No, she didn't. Let's redo it.
Yeah. Which, how many times do you think that happened in a season? You said the 4 or 5?
Probably 6.
Okay.
Probably 6 times that exact scenario would happen.
Uh-huh.
I can't even tell you. This is why it's so comical. Marissa Rachel thinking that maybe Lori Loughlin and her husband came in and paid me
and
off.
the celebrity power of Lori Loughlin came in and
I forgot
you know.
Olivia Jade was on the show.
Yeah.
There was no. Why
At a
would
certain
we
point,
have-
an influencer is an influencer. Unless they are famous, then you're
Dude.
not even an influence anymore. You're a famous person.
It's all the same.
One influencer, two influencer, red influencer, blue influencer.
They all do the
Like,
same exact
it's the same
thing,
shit. Why would you
dude.
pick one over the other?
Yeah.
There's no reason.
There
That's
was
why.
there was literally no reason, and
Yeah.
also why would we like? It makes no sense.
It makes no sense why you would intentionally do this. Clearly, it would seem pretty obvious. And of course, this Marissa Rachel girl is coming out and saying it was very clear I won. I won by a lot.
I can't
It's
even.
like, you have
dude,
no idea.
I don't know because it was probably 2 years ago.
It was 2016.
I don't know. So about 2.5 years ago
Yeah.
because it was fall of 2016. I don't know. Gosh, how she must have been so upset by this.
No, you're trying to get in the news.
But also, how stupid must she be?
She's trying to get in the news.
Like we did our best every time explaining. Like, no, the points were added up wrong. Don't change your answer. The points were added up.
And the
wrong.
best is they say that. She
Yeah.
says, and some middle-aged producer came out and said that they added the points wrong, acting like that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, look around you.
Dude, look around.
Once again, this isn't the Wheel of fucking Fortune.
No.
Like, there are mistakes
And
and
even
there are
then,
errors.
Wheel of Fortune makes mistakes.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
the time.
For
Oh,
sure.
shit. Wait a minute. Yep, we ruled that incorrect when it actually was correct.
Things
Great.
move fast. There's a lot of
Yeah.
moving pieces.
Yeah.
Sometimes you fudge up.
But how?
And now people are comparing this, Jack. This is called the second scandal. This is like Olivia Jade gets handed everything for her whole life. Classic. Like the celebrity's daughter always. And again, it's like, why would you pick this girl over that girl? I had never heard of Olivia Jade. I had never heard of Marissa Rachel.
Dude,
Picking one over the other just doesn't seem to make sense.
I'm waiting to get an email from like TMZ or Access
I can't believe
Hollywood.
you haven't. Everything I'm reading, they're contacting people on the production. And it's like, how have they not contacted you?
I
You know the story.
I know the exact story. Not only that, I was the person who would watch it through and say, "Yep, that didn't add up right."
I for a second thought, because it says a middle-aged producer came out and said they had to redo it.
You thought it was me?
I was like, you look kind of middle-aged.
No, I could totally be middle-aged.
I could totally buy it.
To these, here's the thing. I think Olivia Jade at the time was probably under 18 too.
Definitely. She's only in college now.
So, and I'm not sure what Marissa Rachel was. Maybe she was too. At that time, I'm sure I looked middle-aged, even though I was only like 5 years older than them.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But so nuts, the second cheating scandal. And everyone, by the way, Jack, no one's even questioned it. This happened. This is fact. This is for sure. Olivia Jade is a cheater. It's been her whole life. It's like, I feel so bad for as soon as you got, okay, college scandal thing, you're right. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty shady. Now, anything that they've ever touched must be corrupt. And must be, she's a terrible person.
Dude, Access Hollywood, call me. I would
That'd be nuts.
love to hop on there and be like, okay, first of all, everybody chill the fuck out.
Everyone chill out.
We all knew this was happening. This is one of the perks of being really rich. You can give people $500,000 and then you just can kind of do what you want. It's worth it. It keeps the streets paved.
It's crazy. Also,
live in
are
a
they
society.
insinuating? I'm trying to think what people are insinuating. Are you insinuating that Olivia Jade, whatever's parents paid the show to make her the winner? Are they saying that because she was maybe more famous, which I don't think she was?
No, she was not at all.
Like, why? I don't get the.
I do remember thinking.
There needs to be a reason, Jack.
I do remember meeting her and then somebody telling me, yeah, her mom was
in Full House.
the lady in Full House, and being like, holy shit, they look alike.
Yeah.
That's my big memory of this.
Yeah.
Wow, they do look alike.
I also love, like, when you read it, you were like, oh, yeah, she was on the show.
Exactly.
Like,
I had
this
no
was
idea.
not like a super memorable, we rigged this
Yeah.
game for this girl.
Man, if they did, that's the long con. Dude.
Seriously.
If they did rig it, one,
There's no reason to rig it.
I didn't see any of the cash.
Yeah, I was going to say, where are all these perks and bennies you got for rigging it, Jack?
None of it. And I would have been the one who was like, I am probably the key piece that rigged it.
Yeah, this would have been the
Yeah.
mom slides a stack of bills, and you're like,
Maybe she
redo
did.
it into the mic.
Maybe she did. Maybe I'm blanking on that. I don't think so. I really doubt it. I would have remembered if I met Lori Loughlin.
Yeah, I think it would have been.
I would have been
it
like,
would have been
holy shit,
something.
Henry, I've met Lori Loughlin.
I love you saying Lachlan.
That's how you pronounce it, dude.
That's great.
Ask the Loughlins.
But that might be our first breaking news on the History of the Pool Boy podcast.
Yeah. For the longest time, I feel a lot like we're like a grunge band on the edge of the scene.
Yeah.
And now it's all of a sudden it's like, whoa, Nirvana's blowing up.
Yeah. But they don't. We don't want that. We don't want it.
No, we don't want the fame.
No, but we do want Access Hollywood. If you
We
call.
do want Access Hollywood.
Jack,
I
we'll
would
do
love
an
to go
interview.
on to set the story straight. Call me.
And I'd like to be on too, just to kind of jib jab.
I kind of need you to be on.
Yeah, just to kind of compliment.
I'd like you
No dead air. That's what we say.
but I'd like you to be on in a different box.
Okay.
I don't want us in the same room.
Yeah. Neither do I.
I want it because if we're in the same room, then we can't really jib jab. I want you and I to be yelling at each other,
Yeah.
and we have like
In agreement.
and we have whoever the middle guy, maybe Seacrest or something,
Yeah.
in the middle, and he's trying to settle us down. It's like, no, it was this.
I think we get this Marissa Rachel girl.
Yeah.
I think we get her and you on an interview and have
Yeah.
her try to poke holes in this elaborate lie that you're telling, Jack. this fable.
I would just say, listen, stupid.
So funny.
God, so good.
As soon as you sent me that, I was like, no fucking way. This is so
I
awesome.
texted you. Well, because
We're actually involved, or you're actually involved.
a
It's
guy I
great.
currently work with, the creative director at the place where I currently work with, came into my office and he said he was on the second season. That's where I met him.
Yeah.
So he wasn't on the first season, but he got an email saying, "Hey, we'd love to hear from you about this show and the Olivia Jade thing." And he was like, he just came and said, "Jack, you will not believe what email I just got because it's Tap That Awesome app." Yeah. It's Tap That
The
Awesome.
game is
app.
called Tap That Awesome App.
It was supposed to be Tap That App, but somebody else took somebody
Tap
else
That App.
already owned the rights.
You know what's also great is you know how much Olivia Jade, all the bennies and money she reaped for getting this thing rigged in her favor.
Yeah, she saw a lot of cash.
She saw absolutely nothing, and it was money to charity.
It was
the prize.
$5,000 to the Red Cross.
Yeah. So
So,
we
Marissa,
go.
you seem really upset about the
Yeah,
Red
seemed
Cross
very
getting money.
upset. Yeah, something with Marissa against the Red Cross.
I know.
All of a sudden, Jack, there's a new plot line. That's the direction I want to take the story.
She not only doesn't understand the rules of game shows,
No.
but she wants people to suffer.
Yeah. So
And she doesn't want them to have the resources.
just something to think about.
think about it.
Something to ponder.
Yeah.
Moving on. That was great. I got a couple more quick segments. We got another. This whole podcast, the theme is everyone chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Everyone calm down.
That's kind of half of our podcast.
Because we got a You Busted.
You're busted. Hello. How you doing? You're busted.
All right. SNL, you've been busted.
You've been busted.
You've been busted. Congratulations. Actually, seriously, congratulations, because you're not busted at all.
No.
SNL was accused of plagiarizing these two sketches by, I don't want to rip on these guys, but perhaps the worst sketch group of all time.
Or is it not funny? I haven't seen
I think
it.
they're fucking terrible. They're awful.
dude,
I was so excited when I saw this. I was like, yes, SNL's because I'm not a big fan of SNL right now. I think it's lazy.
It's just a little hack right now.
Just a little hack, but I was like, yes, SNL's plagiarizing. Like, this is so not that I'm rooting against.
At the same time, we
SNL.
would love to be on SNL. And
Oh, it'd be great.
And
I would do anything.
Shit, I'll play Trump. I don't care.
I'll do anything.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh, interesting. Like, 'cause you always wonder, like, God, there are a lot of comedy groups on YouTube and like Good Neighbor stuff. Like, do they really never take any ideas? Like, they're always made up in those rooms. So I saw SNL's plagiarizing, and I was like, okay, that's something interesting. It's this comedy group called Temple Horses. And they are saying that SNL plagiarized and copied two of their sketches, one of which was called Fucking a Pumpkin, which SNL, they said, copied in their October Pumpkin Patch sketch, and the other, the sketch was called Pet Blinders, and SNL had a sketch called Pound Puppy. I was really pumped, and then I watched the sketches, and there's absolutely zero plagiarizing going on. SNL did absolutely nothing wrong. Very loose ties and connections from these videos.
Yeah.
Basically, the first video from this comedy group is called Fucking a Pumpkin, and it's about this guy goes to Pumpkin Patch, and he's trying to pick out a pumpkin, and his whole reason of picking out the pumpkin is like he wants to pick out a pumpkin that looks so good you want to fuck it. And then basically the guy at the Pumpkin Patch is like, you're crazy, and
If
everyone
anything-
else around him is in agreement with him, and that's the crazy thing. SNL did a sketch of Kyle Mooney and Beck Bennett, and they work at a pumpkin patch, and they just like fucking pumpkins.
If anything, there's
Pumpkin fucking is the theme. Besides that, You can't tie
Yeah.
anything together.
So Temple Horse is saying that they own the rights to pumpkin fucking.
I guess so. They think if anyone fucks a pumpkin, they better see a
They're
dollar.
honestly kind of stealing from Barstool. I know there's one Barstool guy who will always just post pictures of fruits that look like
Yeah, you're right. That
female
looks like
anatomy.
vaginas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe let's tie that thing back to SNL is copying these guys who are copying Barstool.
Yeah, maybe.
That could be good. And then the second sketch was the comedy group. It's a sketch. It's like they have like an invention where it's like, do you hate when you're jerking off and your dog walks in?
Yeah.
And then SNL had a sketch about like having sex with your dog watching. In my mind, that's kind of a tale as old as time.
Yeah.
Your pet's watching you have sex. That's in an ep of, what is that an ep of?
Most shows.
Most shows. There's I mean, you know what it is, too. It's fucking, actually, no, it's not that movie. But, like, anything from Sex in the City to every movie, there's a sex scene in the dog.
Can we put your dog out there? No.
Yeah.
But it's yapping.
Exactly. Entourage,
It's
I believe.
looking,
there's
it's
an
looking at me in
episode.
my soul. Yeah.
So, and that's the only tie.
That's the only time.
That's the only tie.
Yeah. This whole thing is the funniest part is if you read the Variety article, because Variety article they want it to be juicy, and so
People want this to be a story.
they want this to be a
100%.
story, and so they're listing the stats of this sketch comedy group. They've been around since 2011. They've made 60 sketches, Henry. The reason why that's so funny is I think we've made 60 in about a year.
Oh, definitely. I think so.
And so it's like they're prolific.
Yeah,
It's like
this well-known comedy group in New York City.
they have upwards of 3,000 subscribers.
Jack, if you like comedy and you're in New York City, you're connected to these people.
Yeah,
they are in the business.
they're the guy behind the guy behind the guy behind
exactly.
the guy.
If you don't know them, then you don't know anybody.
There's a web of connections.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Deeply tied.
And they're hugely popular in the SNL writers' room.
Yeah, and they have 3,000 YouTube subscribers.
3,000
Which,
people.
hey, we can't make fun of. We don't even have half of that. But still,
on YouTube.
Yeah,
but,
I know, but still, it's like.
But 3,000 people watched it and said, "Hey, I'd like to see more if it comes out."
Yeah.
and that's what they have.
Prolific.
Yeah.
But SNL, you're no longer busted. We're taking off the cuffs. You're free to go.
You're free to go. If we forgot to read you have Miranda rights.
Yeah, right. So
and apparently that makes you free to go, according to TV.
I hope if I ever get arrested, I gotta keep that in mind. Just poked myself in the eye. You see that?
We're a fucking mess.
Ow.
I'm dehydrated. You're poking yourself.
Just straight to the eye.
God, I need like an IV.
Let's wrap this puppy up.
We need to become more friends with more doctors.
Yeah.
Because I would love to just be like, hey, doctor,
Hey.
doctor friend,
Dr. Friend.
put the thing in me. I'm tired. I had acupuncture yesterday. That's probably it.
Yeah, I think that is. It's exhausting.
Didn't like it.
Last segment. To wrap it up, we have an I'm back. I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Your boys.
Shady?
Drake and Josh.
No way.
Drake
And Jock.
Drake and Josh are back, perhaps. Still in the works, but apparently there is a reboot happening. They are kind of running around pitching it to different production companies, which I love because it's like, it's not just going to be Disney. Or
What's
Nick
the
or
spin
whatever.
going to be on this one? Because the spin before was like, Drake's so cool and Josh is fat. Now Josh is skinny and Josh is arguably cooler than Drake. Is it going to be like, wow, Josh is so cool and Drake won't let it go?
Drake just won't. He just won't let it go.
Role reversal.
If you haven't seen it, you got to YouTube. There's a video of Drake Bell at a concert, and he is just such a loser. He's like telling the fans, like fans are booing and throwing stuff, and he's like, "Well, if you guys want to be negative, then I won't play." And people are like, "Don't play," and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna play anyway." He's such a loser. It's so funny.
He's also hot though. He's got a body right now. It's an
He's
interesting
got-
body. It's like a child's body if they started working out a lot.
He's
where
like
it's like, oh, okay.
He has like scary hair. He's like dyeing his hair a color that's not really a color.
Is it punk rock or is it strange?
It's strange.
It's goth rock.
It's weird.
Goth people, chill out.
But Bell,
We don't need to scare people.
you know
all the
they're 32 right now.
Get the fuck out of here.
Older or younger than you thought? I thought would have said 28.
Much older.
Really? You would have thought older?
No, I would. They're much older than I thought they were.
But so they're at the iHeart Music Awards because, of course, anybody and everybody was there. And they said that they were working on something, and Drake Bell, he had a couple good quotes. So I did not realize, that show was only on for 3 years? 04 to 07.
Did they have like 60 episode seasons?
They must have.
Huh.
Also, Jack, think about the body changes in that show.
Yeah.
That was 3 years?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But
They grew up. Puberty. Crazy.
So the original show was two stepbrothers, their new relationship, trying to survive the highs and lows of high school. Love that. I'm in. Sold me.
The new show is two former child actors.
Right, that's what it should be. But Drake Bell had a funny quote I thought where he said the show is going to be way more creative, way cooler Yeah, right. Than
Good-
just,
good- good luck.
Yeah, he goes, way cooler than just, the college years or something like that. To which I go,
Wow.
Drake, no one thought you guys were going to college. You're,
Also
you're in
taking
your
shots
30s.
at Saved by the Bell to college.
I know, right?
Why is he taking shots at
I don't
people?
know. He's
Because
always
you
taking
called him a loser.
shots. But it's going to not be the college years. He said that we knew that if we were ever going to come back, it's got to be something cool. He's using the word cool a lot because I don't know if you know anything about Drake Bell, but he's very cool. That was kind of his thing.
Cool is back.
And he said, I'm excited to see what fans think.
You know what's not back is hip. I've been trying to say hip a lot, and that's not cool.
Hip hop, hippity dippity dop.
Yeah, people don't say hip hop; they say R&B now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, Drake and Josh
Welcome back.
possibly coming back. The last I heard, it was like Josh didn't invite Drake to his wedding. Like I thought Drake
Yeah.
Bell was like getting tattoos and kind of starting to look like Aaron Carter.
Well, both can be true at the same time.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
But we shall see. Will it be a hit? I doubt it. Will I watch it? Also doubt it. But it could be.
Will it be a hit? I doubt it. But will I watch it? Also no.
Also probably no. But interesting.
Unless they put it on Netflix, that's the best shot.
I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna keep one of my eyes on it.
I'm not going to keep an eye on it, but because I'm relying on you, I'm going to keep my eye on you.
Good.
You let me know.
Good.
Cool.
I will. And that was the pod.
Huh.
Fun pod. Longer than I thought. That felt kind of quick, but pretty good.
About an hour 5.
Pretty
That's what
good.
We're looking at hour 5.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's only really one thing left to do.
What's that?
Kick it.
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.